Hello, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D, where my friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition for your entertainment. My name is Aaron, your Dungeon Master, and these lovely people below me on the screen are my friends and players, Mikael, Lala, Carrie Panic, and Sarah Dukes.
And Sarah Dubes.
You're welcome. Anyway, thank you all for joining us for our brand new campaign taking place in Xi-Phyria, my homebrew fantasy setting. Our show will now air on Tuesdays, not Mondays anymore. Tuesdays.
Did you say Tuesday?
Tuesdays.
At what time?
man.
Wait, is this Tuesday?
At 7 p.m. On Twitch, and it will also be available to view on YouTube the following Friday. It's only a few days, 3 days, I think. But
Not Tuesday.
if you can't wait that long, do not fret. You can always become a patron on Patreon, and you can get our content next day. Fantastic stuff.
Do it. Do it.
Any other announcements from y'all before we get into an unscripted recap and back into the game?
You know what? That's the way it should be. All right, just on the fly. We'll let you
Do
know
it.
whatever you missed, or we won't, because we'll forget about it too.
I don't have any notes.
I'm copying mine.
I was knocked unconscious.
Yes. So essentially, last time, these travelers, we have Pinty Het, the halfling merchant, traveling to the city of Savarin to make a. Well, you're selling actually. You're selling some goods.
What is the amount of glass that I
I believe we said you had 100. What they were? Tubes of glass, right? They were kind of like cylinders of glass.
Yes.
100 cylinders. And so you ended up stopping at the Half Pint Inn, which is, wonderful because you're a half pint. It's kind of you're in there. We also have Theodora, who is an acolyte of the Temple of Hermes, and you have been making your way north from the deep south, the peninsula down south, and you have some sort of quest that you're on at the moment, making your way north, and you also stopped at the Half Pint Inn.
On a mission. Holy mission.
On a mission from God.
And then we also have Holazar and Planks, who have been seemingly on the run, perhaps, heading west. And in their travels, after passing by kind of a hippie commune and hanging out with them for a little bit, you continued on, and you stumbled upon the Half Pint Inn as well. You decided that you were not going to stay in the barn with the giant elephant that Pinty Het brought with her, and instead decided to take your chances going into the inn and seeing how well your half-orc and goblin forms were taken. It was a little hairy at first, but you ended up passing off some turquoise and making your way in. At that point, everyone kind of went to bed. Clinks noticed a few interesting-looking stars, possibly, and Theo ended up having some rough dreams about the events that happened that had transpired on the way to this inn.
Happens when I eat mutton.
But yeah, so you were having this rough dream, and you were woken to the inn owner kind of standing over you in almost this daze-like. It was familiar to you, but days like trance. You had this air of familiarity. That's how you say it, right? Can't fucking talk right now.
You
know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
We're still freaked out.
Yeah, very creepy situation. But essentially, they told you that I can bring it up and recap that because that'll be interesting.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. So. Over you, they kind of said in their own voice, but with this weird glazed over eye with like a swirling green color to it. There's a great storm coming, and you, Theodora, you are to be at the forefront. Unlikely companions you must find. Seek them in the destruction and tend to them with this I grant upon thee. And you had this kind of glow that emanated around you with his touch. And then it says, Theodora, we shall meet again and beware. And as he does, he points out the window. At that point, a meteor struck a few miles away, but the impact and the force ruptured the inn, causing parts of it to collapse on top of you all. Pinty, Het, and Theo were
Not
crushed.
on top of us all.
No. Pinty, Het, and Theo were crushed.
Glittering general.
Clinks and Holly were able to kind of keep their footing and dodge the falling debris. Helping their newfound allies from unconsciousness, Pinty Het found an orb of some sort as she was being pulled out from under this debris.
Perfectly smooth.
Perfectly smooth.
Had to take it.
Holazar felt this burst of innate energy and could feel a pulse within the gems that they carry. And Clinks.
I got a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had something embedded in your forehead. And you felt, but you did feel a little more in tune with nature and the earth itself. And it's at that point you all escape through a window, most of you injuring yourselves. And then, thinking about it the last moment, Pinty has, oh, my elephant. And Clinks the same about her goat, Kid Rock. Bah.
With the bah.
And the two of you started to make your way over to the barn with the other two slowly going as Holly's dirtying their clothes and then cleaning them with seemingly new abilities. And Theo and the twisted knee is hobbling over to the barn. That's what we're going to pick up today. So I believe leading the charge are the two half pints. Right. Go for it. Now, keep in mind that the barn has, think of it this way, the barn has pretty much just collapsed down one way.
Okay.
Like the walls have just fallen in one direction.
Is
There
there-
is like a large...
Okay,
all right.
like,
Is there a shape
elephant
underneath
size.
it?
There
Like
is
an
a large
elephant-ish?
shape.
Like
Okay.
she's holding it
Yeah.
up.
No, it looks as the walls themselves didn't crumble in. They just fell down. So it's kind of at an angle. It looks as though there's something large that's keeping them up like that.
Or do
Good,
we
good.
hear our friend Buster at all? Because
Buster, the last you two saw, you saw Buster as you
Well,
ran out of
friend
your
is
room
a
to start
booster,
waking
but-
people up. You pushed by him. And then the two of you saw Buster, the inn owner. He was unconscious on the ground, face down. So he's still up in the inn as it's collapsing. Yeah.
And I didn't see anything.
Nope. So that's where I'm gonna let you guys kind of take it up. What would you like to do?
Pinty Hat is just repeating over and over, oh my, as she is, as fast as she can, shuffling over to the barn. I think
Perfect.
shuffling is the fastest she can go.
I think that should be accurate. Yeah. So yes, you do that, and you shuffle over, and the doors have kind of collapsed, and so you have to kind of like peer under. You can both make
I'm
perception checks.
skittering over with her.
Yeah, because you're looking for. Well, Kid Rock, you hooked up outside, right?
Yeah, kind of. But still, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's destruction all around.
Yeah.
What do we do? Sorry?
Perception. If you're trying to peer underneath,
God, I hope we're not losing the goat already.
did you get a 1?
I did not. No.
Okay.
A 7.
Okay.
Ooh. Perception, you said, right?
Yes.
Ha! 8.
Ah!
Oh, you both rolled threes. Good for you.
It's difficult to tell. It's real dark and collapsed under there. Even with your dark vision, there's some debris that's kind of blocking the way for your vision. You can't tell. Yeah, you don't see either Kid Rock or Koshek.
I don't see my elephant.
Well, no, because the way that the things down
Ah.
the debris is just covering.
I need someone strong over here to help
no.
lift this off of my elephant.
I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm gonna back out and I wanna run around. And do we hear any other animals? Like if there are any horses or anything tied up in there? Like
You
do we
can
hear?
hear some. Yeah, there's some neighing.
Okay. I want to go on the other because
But that's part of the stables. The stables don't look like they sustained as much damage. The
Oh,
barn
okay.
was kind of old and creaky, so it was taken down. The stables are fairly new, held up for the most part.
okay. Okay.
So the horses seem to be, the couple horses that were in there seem to be all right.
So we were on a side that was like more slanted. Can I go? I want to roll around the back.
Around to the backside, sure.
Round
Yeah,
I mean, I know
start
you don't
making
really
your way
do
around.
frantic, but like, do you look frantic?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for. I'm looking for Kid Rock. For sure.
Right. You're looking for Kid Rock.
Yeah.
You're looking for,
What was it that
gosh,
came down? Was my perception good enough to see that, or am I just
what do you mean, what was came down?
what
Meteor?
caused the giant earthquake?
Oh, no, you were asleep.
Cool. Okay.
When it hit, you were asleep. You have no idea.
Okay.
Well,
I'm,
it was just
I'm
like-
searching for my.
You were
small shack.
dead asleep, and then just everything shook, and then ceiling collapsed on you.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that went down.
All right. All right.
So,
So you start running around the back.
I'm running around the back.
You're just probably barely making it to the barn entrance at this point. And you're just
I'm literally like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, this one looks frantic, that one's dashing everywhere, this one's hobbling over. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm literally just standing.
Clinton's
looking
running
away.
around, but while she's doing that, are you three doing anything?
Is it
He's a bunch
possible?
of scratch.
Is it possible to go into the barn?
You can start moving your way in and like pulling debris aside, but it could collapse even more if you're doing that.
I need to check on my yellow.
All right. Let's see. Give me just a straight intelligence roll.
12.
You start carefully, like each piece, kind of like shaking it a little bit, see if it's something holding up more. And what was the total again?
12.
12. You start pulling pieces out and kind of moving in. And I know you're not that strong, but things that are too big, you may ask for help or whatever. But there are some small pieces you're able to get out of the way.
I mean, my strength is a 12. So
Okay. Okay.
decently strong for my
You're
size.
as strong as Halls are.
That is correct. I didn't want to say anything, but yeah.
What's up with that?
You tell me.
I mean, I lift glass.
It's because I have dainty jewelry making fingers. Hello.
So, Pinky, there's one point that you pull out a piece of debris and then some collapses down. You get a little bit of dust and some pebbles and rocks and whatnot.
Well,
Not
that's
rocks,
just not.
yeah.
good.
But you're able to make some progress, and you can start to see there's a slight movement that goes up and down. The wood kind of moves up a little bit and then creaks back down a little further in.
Oh, we need to see what's under there. It might be a person.
It's a pretty large piece, like further off. Like the whole building is kind of like.
It might be a large person.
Theo, what are you doing? You're just standing at the
Trying
moment
to
at the
help by getting like I'm just trying to assess the situation.
yeah. The
in my
situation
crippled sense. there.
seems dire, so you're kind of like helping. You're probably helping Pinty Cat, yeah. Clinks, you get around to the backside.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Is there any openings or another maybe set of doors? Because
It looks as though there was one of those large sliding
I
doors
was
in
gonna
the
say
back,
because usually barns have like.
but it has since kind of crumpled in on itself.
Okay.
You can you're small. You can probably find a place to squeeze in if you wanted to.
Okay. I look around the general area because. Do I see?
Give me
Kid
just
Rock
a
anywhere?
general perception for the area then.
Looking
Yeah.
just outside before I crawl in, thinking because if that asshole's up on a rock somewhere, I'm gonna. Why am I gonna crawl?
Yeah.
Okay. God,
Oh my
scary guy.
Have you rolled any numbers?
So you need
above
some new
10?
dice tonight.
We're not doing well over here.
Yeah. Ugh. All right.
Well, you guys did just go through this huge, crazy situation.
What was I rolling again?
House
very
collapsing on you.
confused.
Perception for the
Perception.
general area.
Perception general. That's a 9.
9. It honestly is not difficult to see. The DC was quite low.
Yeah.
You just, before you head in, you just kind of give a quick glance around.
Yeah.
And standing on this small set of outcropping of rocks, just right at the top, looking out at you, tongue lulled to the side, one wonky eye,
Yeah.
is Kid Rock.
Ah.
god.
Ah, get over there. Get over here. Okay.
Like you hear the clopping as he comes down the rocks over to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
We got him.
Halazar, anything else? You're still fascinated with your cleaning?
I mean, I obviously see her get the goat.
Yeah.
Call him over. Call him over.
Oh my god, that thing made it! Crazy. I'm gonna walk over and just be like, "You are one lucky goat."
He just kind of like gives you a little butt to the face. Not hard, but like it's just little, you know.
All right.
Yeah. Pinty Head, you're moving further in.
I am.
Okay.
She is.
Well, you are she at this point.
Yes. She am.
Correct.
I is.
All right. So you're moving in. Give me one. This time, instead of intelligence, give me strength. See what you can do from moving some things aside. Some larger pieces. Are you assisting as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can
boy,
roll, you can roll
tiny
a spell
one.
or give advantage or whatever you'd like to do. I would say that Pinty Head is heading this. So if someone's going to have advantage, it would be Pinty Head in this situation. All right. Advantage.
6.
Strength, you said, right?
Yes.
11.
11. Okay, that's not terrible.
I rolled a 10, and then I was like, oh, advantage, and then I rolled a 9.
Well,
Well
the
then.
two of you together, you're having a tough time with the main large piece, but you're able to move the rest of the debris, and you are able to, for the most part, uncover Koshek. But there is the main wall that had collapsed on Koshek is still on top, and the movement was Koshek breathing. Just the immense like in and out motion of the breathing
Well,
was
at least
making
he's
the
still
entire
breathing.
building shift.
Well, he's still.
But you can see Koshek. You can get to like their head and everything.
I want to see how Koshik is doing. Do I do like a medicine,
A medicine check. So I will roll percentile die to see how injured, if at all, and you can roll a medicine check so that you roll a
3 medicine.
Dang. We're good. We're good.
What?
What'd you
Killing
get?
it here.
Total of 6.
Yeah, so it's difficult to tell because again that wall is on top, so you have to kind of like move under and around the legs to check. You don't see any wounds at this point, but you know maybe on the opposite side that you can't see, there could be something
Yeah.
difficult.
Makes
You can't
sense.
really crawl in that far. Now how about the two of you, Holly and Clinks?
Well,
I'm gonna come back around
like
with
yeah,
Kid-
front found the
Kid
goat,
runs the
whatever.
front.
Yeah.
When you
Where
get
did
to
the
the
little one go?
The goat, yeah.
yeah.
Where's the little one? Where's it? Where did she go?
You don't see either of the other two, but you can hear shifting within the debris.
They're in there.
Are you asking me to go look or something?
You're here. How do you not know?
I mean, I was paying attention.
Are you guys okay in there?
And then, like, I was making attention. I'm still touching my clothes. I'm just kidding.
I am, but I'm not sure my elephant is.
Oh, okay. What's the hold up? What's up?
Well, he's very big. There's a lot to look at.
Is it just, it's just completely covered?
Yeah. Well, no. Pinty Head and Theo have moved most of the debris around one side of the elephant, but there is still, you know,
An
wall.
entire roof on her.
well, no, it's a
on
wall.
him.
The wall. But see, think about an old barn. It's just, you know, a couple 2x4s with like thin slats of wood. It's nothing too crazy. You just haven't been able to lift it.
Does it run? Tell it charge.
It's laying down.
It's laying. Oh.
It's under a big section of wall.
Oh no. Okay. I guess. Is this worth my time? Hold on.
That's valid.
We need to go now. Why are we waiting here? What are we doing for them?
I don't know. Nothing.
You know, I could really use some help in here.
Now, I didn't mention this before, so you felt a little more in touch with nature. But as you're having this conversation, you look down at Kid Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look kind of into the debris, and you see this elephant. You have the feeling that if you wanted to, you could maybe talk to that elephant.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you were so inclined.
Well, that's weird.
Something new.
Something really exciting. Okay. Well,
She feels that way, or the elephant's already talking to her.
I was gonna say.
there's just so much screaming in my head. Okay, I guess I will. If I suddenly feel a shift where normally it's all about me. I guess now I kind of care
Oh.
a little bit. What? I'll help. I'll try and help.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Sure. So you start heading in there, and that's what verbal and somatic. So
Wait, so did she literally just say we need to leave and then start walking?
yep.
Yep.
Because I'm just gonna be like, like I'm just gonna be so annoyed, like turn around and then just follow, like, because I'm not going anywhere unless she's going somewhere. So
You just see me like, we gotta go.
and I'm like, you just said.
Over
No.
there. Over there. We gotta go over there.
We go over here. Yeah, so I guess I will just like focus in. Maybe I can hear like the elephants breathing.
Yeah.
And I hear that. Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sleeping.
Can you get up?
I could try. It's really heavy, and I feel a little hurt in my side.
Lying down about it's not doing you any good.
Well, it
Yeah.
hurts when I try to stand.
Oh gosh. Do you think?
Is she talking out loud?
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing?
Except the way she's talking is like,
Yeah. That's seriously. You hear just like these weird.
Yeah, I'm literally like, what is it?
Then the elephant seems to be responding with the same kind of like noises and stuff.
Can I still see her?
Yeah.
So like I see that nothing's happening, but they're both just
Yeah.
moving down. Back and forth. I'm seriously like,
You know what? I'm also pretty hungry. Is there food?
Oh, there's tons of food out here.
wait, is there? The whole thing just collapsed.
Oh.
Well, give me a persuasion check. That's not your forte.
Mm-mm. That's like the chapter 3 that she
Three.
rolled like in a
Three.
row.
Well, maybe if some food were to make its way in here, I'd have the strength to lift this.
Your fleshy thing in there is hungry.
I don't know what
Thank
you're
you,
talking
Jane.
about.
It seems to be very food motivated. Can you perhaps slip some fruit in its mouth or something?
Well, that does make sense.
Do you
What
have
is it? I'm asking you for the millionth time. What does an elephant eat? It needs hay?
Well, it'll eat hay.
Let's start looking for him.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh no. Oh.
We're all like just the.
Oh. Oh. Well,
We're all so.
still a
blind.
17. It was -2.
Okay.
Still
17 is not bad at all. Yeah, good roll.
Gonna get that hay, man.
You kind of like look over frantically around, and it doesn't seem like there's much in the barn, but over by the stable, there seems to be a couple bales and then like troughs with hay in it for the horses to eat.
Oh, good. Far away. Like, easy for my
It's
to just.
yeah, it's not even 50 feet from the barn. The stables, they're pretty close by.
So let me just
Yeah,
move,
hobble.
move my leg. Just drag it.
Yeah, you start hobbling your way over there for some hay. Sure.
Okay.
Pindy hat. Halzar, what are you two doing?
Still trying to investigate my elephant.
I guess.
Well, it's weird that this little goblin person is making elephant noises.
It is weird. It is very weird. And then telling me what to do to
Yeah.
cure my elephant. I mean, she seems to know what she's talking about, though. So we're just gonna go with it.
Okay.
Holly, find rope. Do you have rope? Do you have rope on you? Is there rope
actually,
over
I
here?
think I think I do actually have rope.
Because we can we can
have rope.
I'm going to
we
get
can use
hay.
Kid Rock. Yeah. We'll tie some rope around him and he can drag some things.
What?
He can drag like the stuff on the ground out of the way.
I mean, can he though?
Yes, throw him. Of course he can.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take my rope out, I guess.
Okay.
And hand it over.
All right.
Well,
sure.
just like disgruntled. I'm just like,
You
this
you-
isn't
like,
even gonna work.
Tie like around his neck, just make like a quick little rope thing
A
and
rope
tie it
harness,
so he can
okay. Yeah.
you can tie and drag some stuff out.
All right. So you're gonna have. Well, let's have him make a strength check. Kid Rock. Do you have Kid Rock stats?
Oh,
Got him.
Yeah.
nailed it.
All right, we're gonna do this over here. Yeah, no, I'm moving this.
It takes you a little bit to get there with your hobbling, Theo, but you eventually get over to the horses. You can see that the structure, the stable structure's
Oh my
cracked and
God.
bent a little bit, but it seems for the most part sturdy.
Nope.
But there are some bales that you could grab.
Have you been
Okay.
using the same dice the whole time?
It's
No.
gonna take you extra time to get back because you're like hobbling on one leg while trying to pull a huge
Can I
bale
even
back.
try and like medicine check my knee to see if I need
Yeah.
to pop something back in?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
It's gonna go terribly.
there
wrong,
you
but Let me
go.
just see.
Oh.
So I need time for a nat
Cool.
20.
8.
8. You,
That is
you
not
can
a
try.
definite.
It's definitely possible that it's popped out. You could certainly try to kind of jam it back in.
Hmm.
If you think. Difficult to tell though at this point. Like it could have just been a twist, but the kneecap could be kind of a little off. Up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and give it a pop back in, like the idiot.
All right, give me another medicine check.
Do better this time, please.
Oh, it's 13.
Okay, you kind of straighten out your leg a little bit, get the kneecap where you think it should be. You kind of just push down, and
Willing it so.
it definitely pops again. But the excruciating pain subsides. It's still sore, and I would say that you probably lose like 5 feet of your movement at this point. But you definitely kind of popped that.
Improved.
It's still hard going with that hay bale, but yeah, you can start making your way back. And as you do, are you saying anything else to the elephant?
I'm gonna tell it to just relax. The food is coming, and
Good, the food. What kind of food?
food you eat.
I do eat.
You do. Okay. Don't worry. We'll help. We'll help. We'll get this. We'll get you out.
And it's at this point that Theo gets back with the hay bale.
do I just shove it
Just pass it on.
like in its mouth or
I
what?
do enjoy dried grass.
His trunk kind of just comes out and grabs
Oh,
and
that's-
curls around a bit.
All right.
It just
Okay.
and yeah, it just starts munching.
Well, it was the easiest meal I ever made.
There you go.
Now, Clinks, you have Kid Rock attempting to move this wall. Strength check. What's
How's
the
that
strength
going?
check?
It's a natural 1, but a 3.
Yeah, so he.
Oh my god, wait, does Kid Rock
Kid
get,
Rock does
get inspiration?
Yep.
Yes!
Kid Rock has an if.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Okay.
Kid Rock's got an F.
Okay.
Kid Rock, literally, you get the rope, you get the rope nice and taut and tied to like its horns, and then you're like, all right, Kid Rock, go, and it just doesn't move.
Oh, do I see?
It just
Do I
fits
see?
out.
Because I thought this was a horrible idea already. So do I see that, per usual, this useless goat is doing?
Yes.
So I'm just like, yeah, pretty sure that's what I said.
Well,
I'm just gonna go take my rope off the thing and put it back.
Okay.
you tried. You tried.
It's at this time, and elephants eat pretty quickly with their like that whole veil of haze definitely gone at this point.
Oh, well, you know, the hunger has subsided. Oh, it's back again.
The hunger's back.
the hunger has subsided.
Well, it's back again.
Well, stand up and get going for yourself. It's right out here. You're fine. Just try. Just try.
All right, give me
Need
another
like 10 seconds,
percep-
10 or whatever that guy.
persuasion roll, but this time with advantage because he was fed.
What's happening right now? Oh, 'cause- I see.
What is it again? Persuasion?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Are you?
Oh my
Is it
god.
dual natural one?
No,
No,
it's not.
it's 2 and a 3.
Cool.
This is
What is happening?
Hey, Andy, we found someone that rolls worse than you.
Yeah.
Would you like to borrow some of the...
No.
No, she'll roll bad with those, and then you will too.
Oh, she
Oh.
can use this one. This one's terrible. Maybe it'll work good for her.
Okay.
well,
Oh
do
my
you
God.
think it would be possible to get more of this dried grass? Then maybe I'd have the strength.
Do I hear he's just elephanting away, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Well, he's like laying on his side because the.
No, talking. Like he's
Oh yeah, just like making all these like.
All right.
pump
Like,
noises.
seriously, what is going on?
He's hungry. He's still hungry.
Who?
Yeah, the flesh thing.
What?
It's called an elephant.
We need to feed them?
It won't get up unless it gets more food.
Yeah, that sounds just like him.
Oh, my side.
A second ago, didn't you need to go?
like, can Theo just try and move the freaking
Sure.
roof again?
Yeah, you can try again.
Okay.
DC's a little higher though because you failed the first time.
Oh, can
What
I
is it?
help?
Strength.
Sure.
Can
You
Rob?
have advantage because you're getting help.
What is
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna help.
Or am I rolling for
Strength.
strength?
Oh my god, guys.
I mean, I sucked last time, so.
Oh, what? Oh, no. Yeah, no, they're both 6s. So, 10.
10.
That was
Wow.
all 3. I was like,
Freaking
wait.
You are able to lift it enough where Pinty Hat and Clinks can both see that there is a piece of like jagged wood that has jammed itself into the side. And as you kind of can't keep it up, it kind of push it back down. It digs itself back
Oh!
This was counterproductive.
in. You hear like
Okay.
it's like struggling at this point.
The most humane thing to do is put it out of its misery.
Whoa.
I don't think that's the first choice we should go with.
Well,
Well, maybe if we all work together, we can just. And then it. And
I
then
mean,
it
can we
goes-
though?
And then it.
We struggled with like that little thing on her. Because we did, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Pondy has gonna
Wait,
run
what
over
are we trying to do? Are we trying to
with
motivate
herself.
Okay.
the thing to
You can make a
move?
strength check.
Are we trying to
it's
motivate
also
the thing to
injured.
move?
It's injured too.
Could it run out on its
14.
own if startled?
Run out.
Well, move out of the thing. If
At the
startled.
moment, it's kind of see if it was just the wall on top of it, it could probably get up and move. But the
Okay.
way it has been pinned, there's a piece that's sticking into it, pinning it to the
Fine.
like
Yeah, okay.
14.
14 Pinty Hat and just
Like a
Loud-
mother
Like
with
the
its
mom with
child.
its
like
car.
its child gets
She
in
sees
there.
the thing and sees it drop that back down and push it, and she goes, "No!" And runs over, just
Oh, everything you've got. You can feel the ligaments and the muscle just tearing a little in your arms as you're lifting this piece of wood just enough for the embedded spike to lift itself out just barely. The elephant's still laying there, Clinks.
please help me.
So are you making what, like an intimidation? What are you doing?
I don't.
Are you trying to intimidate? Are you trying to persuade? Like
I'm just
Can I run
encourage,
off and
like
get
get
some
up now.
hay?
Yeah, like get.
you can start running off to get hay.
She, they have the hay. They have the hay.
I'm doing it.
Clinks.
Yes, persuasion.
I'm gonna have you persuade
Oh god.
with advantage because you're have someone running to get more food.
Yep.
This is your last ditch
Running.
effort to try. Yeah, hobble running. It's like that the
Got-
chick
got blow.
in Jurassic
Blow.
Park when
Give
she's
him blow.
like running
Then
around,
roll
she's
it.
got like that crazy like hobble run.
I told you.
I'm not blowing on my dice, dude.
What'd you roll?
Double sevens. But
we're not. I don't
with
know what it is
persuasion, that's a 0. So
Listen,
that's 2
about. I don't
sevens.
need any borders.
The elephant will attempt to get up.
Yep.
As Koshek gets up to its feet, it's not far enough up, and the spike kind of embeds a little, and back. He stays back on the ground, and behind your head, you're holding that as fast as you can. Give me another strength check to see if you can maintain. This is like the most ridiculous skill check you guys have
That's
ever had.
I can't
7.
believe
That's a 7.
We can't just get this friggin'
The
elephant.
spike embeds itself again, this time in a different spot, piercing a second hole in the hide of the elephant. And it
Elephant and
roars
pig.
out in pain.
How big is
Somebody
the
help
thing?
Blood is now
How
dripping.
big is the thing that's stabbing it?
Think of like, so one of the 2x4s when it got cracked, split and twisted,
Oh,
so
so
you
I'm
get
not
like a
doing
2x4 sticking
I'm
into.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm like, I have like a hand axe. That's not. I'm not doing anything with that.
And Clint, how long does
10 minutes.
Oh yeah, so I'd say it's still up. You just hear,
Oh, I don't feel so well.
No!
eyes are starting to close. The blood is just seeping from the
Oh my
wound.
god.
Oh, do I see
Oh
its horrible face?
Yes, well, very large, but yes,
Oh no!
it's laying there.
Oh, I'm gonna run up with the hay.
You just see like the trunk just.
Eat it. You just need to eat it.
I'm literally just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What's happening? What's happening?
Wait. Oh.
The elephant seems to be dying. It is up to you what you'd like to do. One last ditch effort as a team. Yes.
Theo's gonna try really hard and think really hard and put their hands on this
Okay.
elephant's face.
Sure. Are you trying to lay on hands? How many points would you like to put into the elephant?
I don't know any better. So it would
Pumping them
probably
all?
be all of them.
Okay. So you pump your 5 hit points into Koshek, and you see.
Oh, it still hurts.
But he seems to be more with it and not entering into the light, if you will. This is- we're gonna spend an entire episode trying to get an
It's like,
elephant.
get this
Give me an
elephant up.
elephant.
Oh my god,
Listen,
2 times
I
You're damn right we are!
Every night I see these damn commercials about trying to save this little baby wobbly elephant. Here we are spending a whole hour.
Just
Yeah.
10 cents a day.
Yeah.
Just
That's
19
right.
cents a day.
Do you have any other strategies? Like what are we thinking here?
Still try to lift that shit off.
Yeah.
Can we all just
all
We should-
together.
Yeah, everyone.
All four. Kid
Yep.
Rock.
Yeah. All of us.
I will say one of you can roll with advantage. The DC is extremely high at this point.
Someone
I
other
mean, I
than
have
me.
a
It's
good
strength
check, but I
right?
just haven't rolled anything well.
Let's see.
No, you got this. You got this time. You got it.
Ew, me.
Roll. No, look at it. Roll that one. That one. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, she
You roll it.
has
Roll
advantage.
it. No,
She
no,
has
no.
advantage.
You roll it, but then roll it again.
Huh, that was better. So that would be a 23.
23. It is at this point that all of you. Holly, you're helping.
That was
Yeah,
intense.
yes.
That was
I can't
that
leave
was
until we
tough.
get this stupid thing
Well,
up. So
thank
I'm helping.
All of you together, kind of like the Amish building a barn in one day, are able to just all four of you lift this wall
You're a
together.
barn raise. Barn
The
raise.
barn raise. Lift this wall together. You can see that wood just slowly just pull out of the elephant's hide.
Ew.
Blood drips off as the wall is kind of pushed, and then even further, and it just falls the opposite direction, crashing onto the ground and splitting some more.
Great.
Koshek is still bleeding, but not as profusely, thanks to your healing. And they're just kind of laying there at the moment. You still have your speak with the animals up,
Okay.
but not for much longer.
Yeah. Okay, you good?
Well, I mean, the thing is bleeding.
Well,
I'm just holding my knee.
pressure on my
You're like,
back
"Me?"
is gone,
It's fine.
but it still hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, you got stabbed a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pinty hat. Roll percentile die, please.
Oh God, I don't have.
So all we're
Anything to
hearing, to
help
be
with-
clear, is just you're making elephant noises.
Yeah.
So I have no idea
62.
what's happening
62.
besides it
Yes.
was hungry and it needs to get out of that building.
As the wall is lifted up and Koshek is freed, essentially, from the wooden prison he was in, you kind of look over at your sled, and some of your product has been destroyed. You kind of do a quick survey of the area, and it looks like maybe 2/3 of the glass has survived.
Oh, 2/3 have survived.
Survived.
Oh, all right. Well, that's not as bad as I thought.
But yeah, there's lots of cylinders of glass that are just shattered. A lot of rolled off, and Koshek fell on them and just crushed them. Yeah, a bunch of them have been destroyed.
Great.
So at this point, Koshek is laying there, slight wound, it mostly healed, but slight wound still. Kid Rock seemingly fine. Twisted knee, not too bad over there, Theo. Everyone else seems to be all right.
Still down pretty low.
Yeah. What I think honestly, after all of this and trying to lift that wall all together, you probably need a rest, or you're gonna become exhausted.
I'm probably gonna slowly
Especially since you didn't really get a full long
just
rest.
break
You were
down to
interrupted
saying
halfway
I'm just
through.
gonna
What were you
take
saying? Sorry.
probably just slowly break down into saying I'm just gonna take a nap.
As you're doing that, with the passive perception for is this 14?
Mhm.
Pinty Hat's 15. Pinty Hat would be busy with the glass, to be honest. I don't think you
And my elephant.
and your elephant, yeah. Clinks, as you're kind of getting out of this collapsed barn and dusting yourself off and whatever.
Still,
Yeah.
It's not.
Kind of looking in the far, far distance, miles away. You see where you are. You're at a little bit of an elevation. You're kind of up on the hills, and you can see far, far in the distance. There's a massive crater, and it looks like there's some kind of rock structure in the center. Give me a specific perception check, please.
like PTSD
No,
from
do
these
that one.
rolls.
Do that one.
I see two numbers. I don't know
Yeah,
what they are.
That's
yeah,
fantastic
two numbers. We're in the double digits. Okay, what was it again?
Perception.
Perception. 22.
22.
Oh.
Yeah, so as you're kind of like
When it counts.
straining your eyes to look at this, you can, like I said, it's extremely far, so you can barely make out anything.
Mhm.
But where that weird, like, jutted up structure of rock is, the base of it, there's just this tiny glint of gold.
Okay.
That's what you see. That's what you see.
Okay.
Far distance to the east, almost the direction you came from, a little bit more north.
Well, I don't want to go that way.
That's you.
Ugh.
You guys do what you want to do. Yeah, I would say if you're all resting,
Wait, yeah, I thought you were gonna
you can all kind of sit there, and you're obviously seeing this while everyone's sitting down, and you're surveying and calculating how much glass was missed, and playing with your elephants, whatever.
Is the elephant out of like danger at this point?
Out of danger, yes. They're still laying there. They're eating the hay that Theo just brought over for the second bale.
Good. Good.
Yeah, and they're just kind of.
I mean, girl, I don't know.
It's at this point, Clinks, that your speak with animals dissipates. You feel that feeling gone. You feel as though you could do it again, but at this point, you're not able to.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Are you talking to me?
what do you want to do? What do
I
we
don't know. You were trying to leave, and then we had to help that elephant. Like, what is going on with you? Are we going or not?
But
Actually, I'm kind of tired. Can we lay down for a little bit?
yes, fine. Yeah. That took a lot out. That was a lot.
Yeah, I guess. Can we just take a nap or whatever?
Sure. Oh, what about the people inside? We left them.
Yeah.
Do you want to help your family in there? No. Okay.
I think that's her family. Working in the kitchen.
Well, her all humans look alike, so.
But
Whatever. All right, yeah, we can go look.
I think we should look. We should help.
I just said yeah.
Okay.
Some percentile die real
All
quick.
right, so we're gonna go back over.
As you start to walk over,
Oh God.
What's happening right now?
you start walking over, and you just see the what's left. Just completely collapses, flat to the ground. Just like,
I'm like, all right, yeah, we're going. And then I see that, and then I literally just turn around and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
Go lay down.
oh my God.
That's it. And then I'm going to lay down. Like this. Yeah, I'm all set.
All right.
This whole series of events is very weird. Very strange. This is not normal.
Plenty head. As you're like leaning down and picking up pieces of the glass and trying to like salvage what you can, you lean and out of your robes falls that orb onto the ground.
Is it shiny?
Good question.
With your
Is it
passive
shiny?
perception, you would not notice it fall out of her robes.
Is it shiny?
It's like, it's not necessarily shiny. It's a brown, perfectly spherical orb. It's got like a gloss
It's like a poop
to
ball.
it, like almost as if it was waxed. And give me an investigation check.
15.
15. There are strange runes. They're not carved because as you feel around, it's smooth. They're just emanating on it, not glowing. They're just almost as if they're stenciled in, but you don't feel the stencil marks. And at one point on the sphere, there's a tiny pinprick of a hole.
Is it?
You're trying to look at these runes, but some of them are kind of covered in dust and whatever from what you like. With a 15, you can see for the most part, but some of them are kind of covered up a little bit. If you're trying to,
I'll like take my robes and kind of like
clean off the dust.
yeah.
As you do so, and everyone, well, you're sleeping, right, Theo?
Yes.
So you wouldn't see this.
I needs me a long rest.
You two are kind of arguing to yourselves as Pinty Head is still within the structural pieces of the barn. And as Pinty Head gets this orb and is like polishing it and whatnot, there's this almost clear but has a slight hint like a sky blue wisp of smoke begins to just bellow out of this hole. You're like holding it there. And the smoke is just emanating out. What do you do? I would say that you would notice you're just like arguing about what?
No, I said I was going to bed.
I'm like looking at a map.
Well, yeah, but this is happening at the same time you two are arguing.
Oh, that we're arguing. Okay, so we're arguing. So then I don't know. Yeah, do I see it like as I turn around?
But
Yeah.
you go lay down, don't even notice. But Clinks, you definitely see this blue smoke just pouring out of something over there.
That's not right.
No.
That's not.
But as this is happening, Piney Hat, what do you do?
I immediately drop it and back up a couple steps.
To the ground. It doesn't feel super heavy, but when it hits the ground, it impacts hard. Like it leaves a pretty good dent in the ground and just kind of sits there as the smoke pours out. And as it does, the smoke begins to swirl and it forms almost like a humanoid form, but with a wispy tail. And this guy, you see, he's got these weird. You've seen spectacles before. You've never seen any like these. These are like dark shaded. And they're kind of they have like this dark black hair that kind of comes up into like a small little ponytail. They got a little bit of like 5 o'clock shadow scruff coming in. And they've got like these just kind of flowy, like real chill clothes on. And this thing kind of envelops out. It's like, whoa. It has been some time in that sphere, man. Hey, did you rub my sphere?
Accurate, I think.
He's like,
Well, I suppose so.
Oh, that is way out. So like, and they pull out this thing out of nowhere. It just appears in their hand. This like weird, not a quill, but like a long pen-like thing. And there's nothing even happened.
Great prop.
For dramatic
It
effect.
blows out this like cloud of smoke that just barely almost hits you in the face. And
Oh, it's
so,
like the caterpillar hookah.
like, you set me free. That's pretty cool. Now, for doing that, like, I could definitely hook you up.
There you go.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, like, so, alright, like, you save me, I'm gonna kind of, like, return the favor. You know what I mean?
Well, that sounds pretty pleasant to me.
Yeah, like, alright, so, alright, so, let's think here, what on, alright, so here's this. When blows the smoke, and as it kind of swirls toward you, it almost forms into a hand that palms you in the face and then just dissipates around you. And now you have this sensation within you that you feel like you could create something like that. Yeah, so like, all right, so I did that for you, and then I could, oh, hey, get ready for this one.
Are we gonna actually try this again?
And this large cloud of smoke just wafts. This time, instead of turning into anything specific, it just completely engulfs your face and hovers there for a second. And you feel like at this point, as it kind of dissipates, you think you could maybe make fog all around you. You could do something similar to that cloud that just into your face. Like, you know, maybe like one more thing. Yeah. And as he blows, this cloud, instead of coming directly at your face, kind of goes toward you and then rises up and makes a cloud above your head. And these like little bursts of energy are coming out. And you think that at this point you are able to make a thunderous boom that might knock people back, or
At this moment.
yeah, at this moment.
All right, all right.
I love
Um,
these
That's a
feelings
particular
here.
feeling.
Yeah,
That's a real sensation.
Very specific feeling.
And just cause like you look pretty oblivious at the moment, I got like one more thing for you if you want it.
Sure.
Yeah, all right, hold on.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
No, it's not.
And as this cloud leaves its lungs and mouth, it forms into a heart and then just glides down into your chest. And you feel like, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you.
know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
the
You
Tin
know
Man
what's
and you
up.
got a heart, or the
Yes.
Grinch and it just
So like,
forms
all right,
inside.
so here's the thing. Now that I'm like free, I'll still chill every once in a while in the ball, but I wish that you could like let me out. I wouldn't mind having a drink with you guys every once in a while. Looks like you got some friends here. They seem pretty whatever. So like, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure I know what's happening, but that sounds good to me.
Are you like, have you never found like a genie before? I'm a djinn.
What's a genie?
You're really like, where are we? First, this doesn't look like where I came from.
We're at the Half Pint Inn. It just collapsed over there.
Oh no. I'm sorry. All right. But like, what planet?
I'm not sure what you mean. Is there more than planets than this one?
Yeah. There's like a whole universe. Many, many planets and like. Okay, well,
Oh, why?
Where are we?
I think we're on Kaijatu. That's the name of the continent we're on.
Okay. All right, well, how about this? You figure out where you are, and then just rub the orb again. And like, I'll just come back out. Whatever.
I guess that makes sense.
All right. Oh, I'm Kevin, by the way.
Well, my name is Pikey Hat.
Like, if you say it different, it's like a pointy hat.
That's what I've been told.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, pointy hat.
I think it's been the same for me.
All right. So I'm just gonna go back at my ball, and when you need me, just rub. I'll come back out.
Perfect.
Yeah. And hello to you, Clinks. And just back inside. All the smoke.
She'll just very slowly pick it up and put it back in her bag.
Now you feel like you could do some crazy things right now. Things that you had no ability to do before.
I'm gonna look over at Clinks, who's I'm sure staring at me, and then I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud
Okay.
to just go and get out of here.
So emanating from Pinty Hat, just this billowing cloud of fog and smoke. Feeling what is it, a 20-foot radius or something? 15
Yeah,
foot radius.
20 foot radius sphere of fog centered.
Oh, you
On a
get
point
enveloped
range.
by the fog.
I'm just like,
You definitely get enveloped. It just covers the whole area.
I just pick a direction. I just start scrambling. I'm like,
run
what?
around
What is
the
this?
other side of the wreckage of the inn, and then just stay there. Just
Pinty Hat, are you taking a short rest? I feel like you've been doing things, so probably not so much. I know Theo definitely got a short rest.
Short
missed out on all kinds of things. Just sleeping. Holly, you probably got a short rest.
Okay.
Clinks, did you sleep?
This all happened.
Yeah, it's all like crazy
Yeah.
stuff. So Pinty Hat, you're left kind of with that situation. Quite bizarre.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
As the two of you are kind of like weirdly looking at each other, okay.
Okay.
Clinks out of the corner of your eye in the direction that you're facing,
Okay.
like past Pinty Hat. For a moment, you see movement in the trees. You kind of train your eyes, keeping watch. You see a face kind of peer out. Dark skin. See like a hint of dark navy blue, midnight blue, and then behind a tree.
Do I recognize those colors?
You absolutely do not.
Get up! Someone's watching us. In the wood line.
I mean, does that wake me up?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
There's also a fog cloud.
Yeah.
Oh no, the fog cloud. You wouldn't have been able to see anything.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, I saw nothing.
How long does fog cloud last?
Are we all that
What a
close?
great question. Concentration up to an hour.
Are we all
So
that
how
close,
long did
though?
you hold it?
I'm sorry, we're going to retroactively say you did not see, since you're in a fog cloud. If you move out of the fog cloud, which you said you were running, right?
I kind of just picked the direction to.
All right, we'll
Skitter
kind of
out.
retcon and
You
say
made your way out of
you
it.
skittered your way out of the cloud, like breathing
Okay,
the
yeah.
fog. And as you look up, you see that little kind of duck behind
Just like a.
the tree. And it's probably like 30, 40 feet to the west at the moment.
Okay, so you poorly tried to wake me up, so maybe try a little
Oh
harder.
yeah, I'm automatically thinking that we gotta go because they found us.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
we
so
need to-
maybe do a better job of waking me up.
Yeah, you're over there. You're shaking Holly to wake them up.
Okay.
Wake up.
And
Oh my god, what?
Blinks as you shake Holly awake.
Yeah.
And you kind of like get him up, and you're like, "We need to go. We need to get up. Whatever." From the side, you see just an arrow trained at you, a figure in all navy blue with silver accents here and there, dark skin with the silver band of maybe paint or something across the face. You kind of look up. Holly, you look the other direction, and as you do, there's another figure, very pale skin, same silver band of paint across the face, bow trained on the two of you. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Aw,
To be continued for next week.
TBC, rude.
Well, yeah, so that's it. Pinty Hat, you're on the other side of the debris of the inn, so you're pretty far away. Theo, you're still kind of sleeping and maybe just jostling awake, and then the two of you, both kind of prone, shaking the other awake, and look up and see these. That's, yeah. Pick that back up next week.
Great.
I'm already half dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Well, you took a short rest, so you can use your hit dice. You can roll your hit dice and add your Constitution modifier.
I'm
And
already
No, I
half
did
dead.
not have the Constitution.
Polly, if you took damage, you can do that as well if you
Wow.
want. Use
Okay,
a
so I would
roll a
Did
hit
I?
die.
Didn't.
What?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't take damage now. Okay, so you're fine. Did you figure out how to do that, Sarah? Okay, awesome.
I just didn't have the modifier. Sorry.
Awesome.
So not half dead.
Yeah.
It is. But not half.
All right, so we will. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. We'll pick up next week. We'll see what happens to these guys with some archers, arrows trained on them.
Great.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.